Hey guys, how's it going? OPB here. I had a question asked me the other day. What should I do about my kids in SHTF? Now, again, put it in perspective. This person's kids are 12 and 14. Not my age at all, obviously. They're coming into early adulthood, I would consider. It's at the age where you start to build your mental habits. You're well aware of what's going on. You can't really be lied to. You can figure things out on your own, or at least hopefully you can. And he said to him, he said, my oldest, who was 14, is starting to ask questions on why things are happening the way they're happening. They're starting to become more geopolitically aware, so to speak, and physically aware. And I said to him, I said, well, number one, you can't lie to them. In my opinion, I would never lie to my child. They ask a question, I'm going to give them the honest answer to it. That's going to teach them loyalty and trust. And being upfront and honest with them. Now, certain things your children don't need to know until a certain age, granted. But if they have the intellect and the willingness to learn to ask, you should answer, in my opinion. So, moving into the question of what should he do with his children in SHTF, I counter that question, right? I said, what are their abilities? What do you want them to do? In what aspect are you asking me of what they want? What should you do with them, right? That's a pretty vague question. Like, no, don't feed them to the zombies, right? Or yes, feed them to the zombies. Depends how annoying they are, I guess, right? So he came back and he said, he's like, no, man, I'm just like, I don't know. Like, he's divorced. He's like, I don't know how to get to them. I don't know what I should do if something happens. Like, do I bring their mom? And I said, man, that's on you. I can't really tell you what I would do. Personally speaking, that's the mother of your child, of your children. So when it comes to their well-being, I think you should put whatever hatred you have or anger you have aside and work together for your children, right? And through working together, you can possibly make things work. You never know, right? I'm not a relationship advice person, but that being said, I said to him, I said, well, in all honesty, his oldest is a boy and the youngest is a girl. I said, well, your boy, he's 14. Like, at 14, I was already working. I was a big kid from that, chopping firewood all my life and stuff like that, right? Raised of hardy stock, as I used to say. So he's a big boy too. I wouldn't say really a country boy, but he's a big boy. He's done bricklaying with his dad and stuff like that. So he's got some strength to him for 14. Okay. Yeah, like I said to him, I said, man, your kid's strong. He can work. Use that. He's 14 years old, man. He's got more energy than he knows what to do with. Use that time and that energy to teach him valuable skills while he still has the energy to put into it. Now, I'm not saying you can't learn new skills when you're older and you have less energy, but trying to learn a skill at 14 is it gives you a lot more time to master it than trying to learn it at 40 or 30, right? Your brain is more apt to learning. It's like, there was a study done, I can't remember who it was from. If I remember, I'll comment it down below. About second and third and fourth and fifth and whatever languages and children If they start exposing them from birth, obviously they're going to be able to speak that language a lot faster and a lot more fluently. One of my dad's friends, his son speaks 6 languages, and he's 15, 16. Sorry, no, now he's 18. His dad speaks 15 or 16 or 17, 18 languages. He worked for an alphabet soup organization here in Canada. So, like, exposing children to things younger, they're gonna gain that skill. And my buddy, he's not a dumb guy. He knows a lot of stuff. He's a mechanic. He's a truck driver. He's drywaller. He's a bricklayer. He's done tiling. He's done woodworking. He's done forestry. I couldn't remember the word there. I almost said lumberjack. That's a stupid word. Anyways, sorry guys, brain's been half functioning. I've been at work now for 15 hours and an hour and a half drive in, so pretty intense. All right. Yeah, so his dad's got skills to teach him, right? Survival skills. His dad's a hunter. He's got access to a good tribe of people to learn from. On top of that, sorry guys, this guy in the cattle truck doesn't know how to drive his rig. That's cool. On top of that, he's got a wealth of knowledge at his age group on the internet, right? So he's got the assets that his dad didn't have. On top of actually having all that energy, he's got access to the internet, man. Kids, I'm gonna sound old as hell here, the kids nowadays got it so good, it's not even funny. You can Google anything and find out what the answer is. I somewhat had that growing up, but we still had to use books, right? We still had to go to the library and find things. Now kids just look it up on their phone. I think that even just the act of having to go to the library to find something is a skill in itself. It gives you analytical skill, organizational skills, processing skills, accessing of resources, utilizing that. Like, okay, I need this, I need to go find it. Where would I find it, right? It gives you that thought pattern. That's a skill I think is going to be lost. Instead of people just going on their phones, they're not going to be, oh, I need to do this with this, but I don't have this. Can I use this for it, right? That thought pattern I think is going to start going away with less physically using your hands that we get. They're not just going to be able to pull up their phones eventually, you know what I mean? So as I said to him, I was like, teach your kids, especially your boy. Now I'm not chauvinist or anything like that. The girl can do anything the guy can do, right? If not, something's better. So there's that. And your girl, I said to him, I said, man, you can cook. Now, I'm not trying to assign gender roles here, but from my experience, okay, now I know from what I've noticed outside of my family, because I guess my family's kind of an exception, but all the guys in my family can cook except for me. I can't cook with a darn. So I said to him, I said, man, you can cook. Your ex-wife can cook. I know, because I've had both her food. It's really good. I said, maybe teach your daughter that. And I referenced my video from the other day that I had posted about asset distribution and roles and stuff like that. I said to him, so watch that video, and I recommend you guys do the same thing. Go back on this channel and watch that video. I go over a lot of things there, but the main thing that I said to him that I haven't really discussed yet is broadcasting a future after everything happens, right? The kids that are going to be born now and the kids that are in their early teens are going to be the ones that are going to have to rebuild. Okay. Unfortunately, I feel like I'm going to be an old man by the time we get to that point, so I won't be much help. But again, I got knowledge. Okay, I can start doing things up until that point. Now, I'm not even out of my 20s yet, so I got some time before I'm an old man. So it gives you a hint on how far I see this thing going, right? I think that putting effort into the younger generation is way undervalued. I think they've gotten a blanket of bad reviews, so to say. They're not all bad people, right? They're not all entitled. Okay, I know lots of people, especially my younger cousins, who are not entitled. Okay, they know what it's like to work hard, right? All that kind of thing, that's gonna have to be pushed on, because they're not gonna have it easy like they have it now. I told them, I said, start teaching them that it's not gonna be easy now. Turn the power off randomly, turn the heat off, shut off the water, do things like that, right? Start making their lives hard out of nowhere, so that way it's not going to take them by shock. Do bug out drills with them, get them used to moving, exercise with them. That is one thing I am seeing, is a severe hike in obesity of young kids. I mean, I'm, by the doctor's book, obese, but again, you try moving what I move on a daily basis, and you not have some extra meat on you. It's not gonna happen, all right? I'll work on heavy equipment. It's not gonna happen. Like, you need some mass behind you in order to move this stuff. To even use the tools, man, you need some mass on you. Okay. Although the one benefit that I honestly do have, and I could very easily not be big, but I'm not even that big. I'm 225. That's not that heavy. 6 foot, 225. Like, come on. But whatever. I'm not gonna get into the whole why I feel like that doctor thing's a whole scam, but it's not an accurate representation, right? So, kind of lost track there. I'm gonna end the video here. This is OPB. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You can find me on BitChute and Patreon. BitChute is OPB, Ontario Preparedness Bushcraft, and Patreon is the same. There will be a section on Patreon that I'm developing. It's going to be a contact forum almost that I'm going to create, maybe like an online forum where we can all chat together. That's going to be available for the $15 a month and up patrons. Once I get that going, I've somewhat figured out how to upload to Patreon. As of right now, there is no videos on there, unless I figure it out before the time I release this video, which I don't know. So stay posted. That'll be coming soon. Subscriptions over on Patreon start at $1 Canadian a month, which is literally pocket change for you guys in the States. This morning, I think it opened up at like 78 cents. So if you can afford 78 cents a month, and you want to support this channel, and you're 78 cents US, and you want to support this channel, head on over to Patreon and check me out. Even if you just want to do a recurring monthly subscription, it really helps. Every dollar helps me grow the channel, helps me build more time in order to address things. So yeah, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. OPB out.